Once upon a time, I decided to buy a car, and now I'm stuck dealing with the consequences of that decision. Unfortunately for me, it is way colder than they said it would be today. I'm not dressed for this. Okay. This car upsets me so much that I spoke no more words the entire several hours I was filming after that. And so now you get to have voiceover. I'm so upset because I have a older white car, which means the paint is constantly chipping on this baby, and I always have to repair it myself because a paint job on my car is just not something I can justify right now. Obviously, a spray paint job is, especially the way I do it, is not glorious, but the reason I even bother is because I don't want the body of my car rusting. That would be much worse than having to fix some spray paint. I am unwilling to have body rust on my car. I don't care. And I don't care what anyone tells me. It's my car. I own it. I do what I want to it. And that includes spray painting wherever the paint chips off so that it doesn't body rust over the winters. I live in a place with very harsh winters that are very, wet. Como se dice wet? Deciding to buy a car. You know, I question this all the time. If I didn't live in a place where we had virtually no public transportation, I might not even own a car because honestly, they're so expensive and costly and also frustrating and annoying and time intensive and worst. Stupid fucking car. Like, yeah, I can drive where I want, when I want, but literally at such a high cost in every way. Cost of mental well-being. Now here I am worried that metal is gonna rust over the winter to the point that I had to spend several hours trying to repair it, and it just turned out like crap anyway, but we'll get to that. Let me tell you a story about this lovely, lovely car. I go to a dealership. I've been looking for a car for about 2 months. It's the peak of high prices for used cars in my area. I don't know that, but I've been looking for months for a car because I need one for work because I can no longer rely on my sibling to drive me to work. I go to this dealership that's supposedly super reliable. I buy this car. The very first day I go to drive it to work, which is the very next day after I buy it, it dies on the side of the, like, it dies in the middle of the highway. I have to like hurry and pull off into this empty gravel pit, wherein I discover, thanks to my dad's help, that my car's alternator is dead. So the dealership is a scam. I hate them. They asked me for a positive review like a month after I got my car, and I wanted to absolutely slam them online like an angry person would. Give them a 0-star rating on Yelp. However, I did not do that because it felt like, well, maybe, you know, maybe it's just my bad, actually. Maybe it's my bad. They pumped the battery up and mentioned nothing about it, but then called it a used car, so there was no warranty. So that's really my bad for buying a used car with no warranty, because I was wondering why they were pushing the, if you get the warranty, you can then get your anything in the drive chain, transmission, batteries, etc. replaced for a very low fee for the next 10 years. And I was like, what the hell are they trying to push this onto me for? I don't care. I don't need this. Turns out I did, because they scammed me and gave me a car with a horrible alternator, but said it was mechanically sound as far as they could tell. Liars. Anyway, I don't like them. They're my enemies. I will never buy from them again. Not that I really would have been buying much from them in the first place, but, you know, it's the principle of the thing. So with this car, not only did I have my first ever car loan, but I also had a bunch of mechanical issues that I had to fix right away. I think this car has me locked in some sort of, what's it called, Stockholm syndrome type thing, where I absolutely love this car, but I could not tell you why, because it has been nothing but horrible to me, basically. It's just, I don't know. It must be some form of diluted Stockholm. For real. It's crazy. So I had all the paint supplies because I've had to patch the front hood and the other side a few times in the time that I've had this car. And lucky me, my white primer just completely gave up the ghost. Died. Dead. Really added to my positive attitude about the event, so I had to use my light gray primer for this because I was not about to go out to the store to get more paint. I just wasn't, like, not worth it at all. My dream is to get one of those. I'd have to drive somewhere to a Mako, but I see that these Mako paint places They give you like coupon discounts where you can get your whole car repainted for relatively cheap. That's now my new dream. I'd love to get this car painted since I love it so much and we've had such a good relationship with each other and it's awesome. So I did 3 different coats of spray paint. The first one is a primer. The second one is this like sparkly one that's supposed to mimic the rest of my paint that I got, like the, what do they call it? The special ones, the automobile special ones. And then I did a clear glossy enamel coat to help protect it because I'm really not trying to lose all my paint in the winter. I really don't want a rusty car. Not my aesthetic. I think what's most frustrating to me is that this is the first car I've ever had a loan on. Every other car I've ever had I bought in cash or was admittedly in high school my parents' cars that they would buy for us to drive. Yeah, something about the fact that I had like debt to this stupid car really was like a knife twist in the wound. I also got a mom-sized car because I have a quite large dog who can travel in like coupe cars but prefers to travel in the back of a car so she can look out the window. Anyway, I decided to give you a nice close-up so you can see how much this really classed up my vehicle, made her purr, made people purr when they saw her. Just if you want to hire me to spray paint your car exactly like this, let me know in the comments down below. I am available to add a new color to your car that is slightly off-putting and clearly not the same color as the rest of your car. I'm also willing to make it equally as textured as I have made this on my car. I wouldn't want to withhold such class from the general populace, so you're welcome.